Zoo 360 is really a new approach to how animals live in a zoo environment.
What the trail system does is kind of disperse animals throughout the zoo. So you used to go to the primate house to see the primates, the big cat house to see the big cats. Now you could see them in various parts of the zoo, and so that's a big change.
This really reinvents the way animals experience a zoo, and at the same time creates these amazing guest opportunities to see animals active, traveling, exploring new habitats. And I will say I think we had a hard time effectively transmitting our ideas across our peer group, and we got a lot of sort of puzzled responses.
Very hard for people to imagine what that would actually be like.
When we started to describe Zoo 360, it was challenging. It was pioneering. It was frankly disruptive. It was different than the way zoos had designed exhibits up to this point. Introducing meaningful change can be disruptive for sure, but disruption is also transformational. And as we think about the design of our South End, we want to continue our legacy of disruption.
We have this piece of the zoo at the South End that really gives us a once in multiple generation opportunity to rethink, reinvent the entire zoo experience from every angle.
There's a great contrast between the more built northern end of the zoo and the natural feel of the lowlands. This will allow us to create a very diverse total experience for our guests and animals. Preserving the lush landscape will be important as we reimagine the possibilities and experience of this new part of the zoo.
We've got this property that is characterized by a great tree canopy, is characterized by this grade change. And so you can imagine melding those two things together, using that grade change to take people up into the treetops and create a completely different experience than we're now providing.
What's particularly cool is that one of the highest points of the zoo is situated within this design scope. Depending on what we build and how high we build it, we might just have the best views of the city from the zoo.
We are just about to break ground on a new restaurant. This restaurant will completely transform the way people experience food at the zoo and really will be integrated into our entire experience and mission.
Its design will help us blur the lines between indoors and out. We will be able to connect our guests with nature in a way that recognizes their growing awareness of the Earth's dwindling resources. With this first project, we have the opportunity to make a connection between the zoo and the greater natural world, which is a nice contrast given the zoo itself is situated in an urban environment.
Think about that, overlooking this amazing grade change, tree canopy, and as guests proceed past that restaurant then, moving into a network of elevated walkways that provide a fantastic vista.
The new South End design needs to have indoor as well as outdoor experiences. This could help mitigate weather issues as well as support the experience during times when the animals just aren't as active.
We sit in a very interesting, very vibrant neighborhood, but one that also has economic challenges. And so how do we think about our place here in West Philadelphia and the opportunity to think not just inward, what are guests experiencing once they've come through our historic north gates, but what are people outside the zoo experiencing? How do we create boundaries that are a little more porous and bring some of the zoo experience outside our traditional borders?
The people in the community, they're enormously excited about our future because it's tied so closely with their future. They see us transforming and changing and growing. They see themselves changing and growing.
As we have done with Zoo 360, we intend to continue to redefine the zoo experience for both the animals who live here and the people who visit.
We're committed to it. The approach is still core to who we are and still has tremendous incremental work to be done to fully maximize that idea of travel and exploration and fully using our campus, but we don't want to stop there.
There are really three component goals we need to achieve in order to take the next step in our transformation. One is reimagining the South End lowlands to realize the full potential of this now underutilized and significant resource. The second is to incorporate that same bold vision into a cohesive design scheme that will encompass the entire zoo campus, connect the south with the northern part of the zoo, and embrace our surrounding community. The third is to make an incredibly powerful design statement, something big, something that visibly signifies the zoo's place on the map not only for our region, but internationally. We believe that our transformation will support our aspirations as well as serve as an iconic statement for the city of Philadelphia. And we're looking for partners able to help us bring these ideas to life.
The zoo is actually uniquely qualified to impact the way people understand their role on the planet. There was a time when humans occupied less than 1% of the Earth's surface, but today we've pretty much taken full ownership, and at great cost in some cases. By reimagining our campus, our place, we can continue our evolution of bringing together the majesty and beauty of the world's animals with science and storytelling, and we can position people as the central characters of the Earth's story.
They're the ones who will be able to change the trajectory of our planet, the resources, the way in which wildlife and wild places will be preserved for the future.
If we want to fully transform the way people value our planet, we have to amaze and inspire. So we know that means we must create something immersive, an environment that is amazing and inspiring.
Our vision for the future rests on the visitor experience, making sure that we can create a lifetime of loyalty with our visitors.
This next chapter for the zoo will give us a platform to instill a sense of wonder, a sense of community, and a belief that the future of our world is hopeful and filled with possibilities.